Alright, so we're gonna go to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting right now, first. After that, we're gonna head over to a drug and alcohol rehabilitation place. I better put this down so I don't crash. So I'm still feeling okay at the moment. I've just had bad experiences in the past. I remember in high school, my first major bad experience. And I understand everybody gets scared of public speaking. Number one thing that people fear in life. There was a study done that says people would prefer to be shot versus having to publicly speak. I don't know when that study was done. I prefer not to be shot. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. Yeah. So I'm really just trying to get that focus and I'm tired of this try word. Try. How about this? I've got my focus. I'm honing it, and it is becoming more apparent to me. Your humble guy that's talking to, I don't think anybody's following this stuff, but you know what? It's okay. I'm like editing my mind. I don't want to tell them that I've had some weird episodes within the past couple months of hearing things, seeing things, and it scares me, I mean, I'm like, am I going schizophrenic? It's not all the time. It's almost always at night. Yeah, I haven't seen anything during the daytime, so schizophrenia is more of a daytime hallucinations thing. But it still scares the crap out of me. I got a call today. Well, I didn't get a call. Let me rephrase. I got a letter in the mail from our state health insurance, which I've had to apply for because I am currently uninsured for 2 months now, and the medications I take, I thought I could out of pocket it, we might be able to afford it. That's not happening. It's ridiculous. Oh my god. So anyway, got a letter, and it was like this repeat letter, same kind of letter I've had before. They said, oh, we need more information about how much your wife's earning as a waitress. And I'm going, oh my gosh. I sent them one packet of information. Then I sent them another packet of information because they said the first pay stubs weren't good enough. Now I call them up and they go, oh yeah, it looks like we have everything here. Yeah, I'm looking and I see it, Mr. Provo. And I said to her, I am desperate. I'm in a desperation place where I'm unfortunately not wired like other people, and God made me the way I am, and I accept that, and I'm okay with who I am. I want to be, and am going to be, and am working on being a better rebuilt person, but I do see the need for continuation of the medication. So I think my pride's getting in the way a little bit, because I know I could go to the hospital emergency room, because I used to work in there and I got fired from there, and I got busted for stealing drugs from there, and I admitted stealing drugs out of the hospital pharmacy. I'm like, it's hard. It's really hard to admit that, because I used to look down on people, made me feel really comfortable. I'm like, oh my god, that person's just atrocious. What a loser. I can't believe they did that. That I would never do that. Oh yeah, that person got what they deserved. Makes me feel really bad. That's okay. It's okay to feel feelings, and I think I need to work through those feelings, and I make restitution, like I am fortunate, I gotta look at it like God's taking care of me, because they could have called the police, had me arrested, put in jail, felony charges, done. They chose not to do that. I'm not sure why they didn't call the police, because I was stealing and lying about stuff, and lying about who I was, lying to my fellows. Say when I would take the drug and say, okay, now I'm gonna waste it with you, and you can see it. And it was not a narcotic that I was stealing. It was a Tylenol that looked like the narcotic, and I got away with it. And I could have actually lied about it, you know. I am one of those people. I'm the guy who can try to slip and slide through stuff, and I'm done with it. I'm so done with that. I'm not that guy anymore. I say I can. That's not. That ain't happening anymore. I am, setting hard, fast boundaries, rules for myself. And it's funny because you may be wired like I think a lot of, maybe the majority of the population is wired, and so you're just going, this guy's crazy. He's stealing, and he's like just lying to people, lying to his other folks. He got a master's degree, double master's actually. I'm like, yeah, big time. Anyway, I think I keep bringing that up because I still have this ego-driven and part of me that wants people to know, well, I'm a thief and a liar, and I did this, but I'm so wicked smart. I'm a smarty pants, and it's a real truth of life. The truth of life is, if you are a person who's so high intellect or so strong and you can just lift heavy things, or you're so fast, so talented, you're the fastest runner ever, and you have all these talents but you do nothing with them, well, that's the truth. Then you're doing nothing. It's not a judgment call. I'm learning not to be a judgmental person, so I'm not judging. I'm just saying I have all this intellect. I'm healthy still. My mind needs some work, but you know what? I still can make some sense, and I can get to doing what I need to do, and I can help other people, which I do, and so I can still do stuff. And that's like a key. Oh my goodness. Doing is so important. If you're like, I am conceptualizing this data, but I'm not receiving the spiritual message, like when I get something from my little thing that tells me about the Dalai Lama. He has such great sayings. Like what I read today said, if you think small things or acts are inconsequential, try sleeping with a mosquito. And I was like, yeah, it's so simple. He's right. You think small things are nothing, try sleeping with a small mosquito that's biting you up, and oh my goodness, maybe give you a deadly disease. Oh lordy. So it's yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm sorry. So I'm going to be going to a meeting first of Alcoholics Anonymous. That serves a dual purpose for me, because I am an addict to just everything. But fortunately, if you practice the principles of that program, it works for all addictions. And so I am heavily embedded in that. But I recognize, see, and feel, and I've also been told by trusted advisors, big time, I'm using those fancy words, I gotta do more than just get to a meeting, clean the house, get to a meeting, clean the house. I've been doing that for a while. God, 4 months, that's a while. I guess I'm tired of quitting on myself, because it's that apathetic response that, the first time was when I first was drinking, and then I started using drugs. But I wasn't working as a nurse. I was doing technology. that is when, so the first time I went to rehabilitation, I was so grateful because I didn't even realize I was an addict with my other issues, and so I was like so happy that I got into this thing, and they had all these great solutions, great life tools. Go get them, and I did. I went and got them, and I thought, all right, I'm gonna take the truck and we're gonna back it in. So give me a second. So I took that, and it worked out well. It worked out well for about 4 years until I made my job my number one priority. This whole all or nothing, all in or nothing situations that I put myself in, it's hard to, it's really hard for me just to talk about it and make sense, even to myself, because I have a lot of resentments that I'm working on towards myself. I don't want to cover up the shit that I did or done because I don't want to do it again. You know what? Because it got worse this time. It got a lot worse. I don't know. I'm going to go into the meeting place now. I'm starting to get all scatterbrained, by the way. I'm talking, thinking, and you know what happened? I recognize it. I backed in. I saw 4 or 5 guys from the meeting place that I know, and I started going, uh-oh, they see me talking to whoever, and they must be thinking I'm absolutely fucking crazy, so I'm an idiot. And, you know, I'm really hard on myself, because I'm either really, really phenomenal person, or I'm the opposite. I'm just this, like, useless individual in my mind, because the truth is, I'm not. So, what the hell? So I got all sorted. I got cleaned up. I put on a shirt, pants, belt, shoes, and I'm set. I hope this is useful to somebody somewhere, because sometimes I'm like, I don't even know if this is useful to me. I guess I'm in a little bit of a dark place, and that's gonna go away right now. I'm good at this. I can get rid of it. It's like, you know what? It's gonna be okay. I have people that care about me and believe in me, and they just want to see me do better, do more, because I can. And I suppose if I take my God-given abilities and just use them for myself all the time, it gets me nowhere every time, you know. Yeah. And I'm not saying if you have these God-given abilities, it's a problem. I'm saying it's wonderful. But for someone like me, I take that God-given ability, I run with it too hard, I borrow too much money to please myself. It's like I was going to school full-time, and I thought I was such a hot shot because I was also working full-time. Here's the reality. Working full-time should have been plenty of money, and it was, to pay for my schooling. But instead, I borrowed money up to the point of now I've got right around $100,000 of debt. I had a lot more too. I bankrupted. Like 2 years ago, I bankrupted. And that erased like a lot more, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah. So, wow, these are some revelations that are hard, and I gotta go give a speech tonight to these people. We'll work through it. I think the whole point is telling my experience, don't tie myself down to those experiences, because when I tie myself down to those experiences, I can't talk about the strength that I actually have found, nor can I talk about the hope that I have and will continue to have for my future. I'm going to go into my meeting. Much love. I'm gonna try maybe if I can sneak in a little blip before I go into the next meeting tonight at the speech place. I will. If I'm feeling chill and good, I'm just gonna do so. Again, God bless, much love, and I do love you guys. Thank you.